Alright everybody, welcome back to another YouTube war. This time is going to be for the newly created league rather than for the tournament as was previously played. The first game we're playing is going to be Operation Maroon. Germany is going to be played by the Cornfield Commander. Adalwolf will take the common turn. War is controlling Japanese. Justice Buckner is playing Commonwealth and France. I'm controlling Italy, and KMT in the United States are by Elite Golden. This is the first Italian turn, which would be July of 36. Before we get into it, tiny bits of housekeeping. For the previous Japanese turn, they missed both of their, or they rather didn't roll both of their recruit rolls. Those were rolled off screen using the Dice Maiden bot in the Discord server. The Dadao rolled a 10, which is going to be a miss, but the Siamese rolled a 1, which means they get an additional infantry. Unfortunately, I don't know where to find a guy that's going to match the rest of the units around him, but this is just a neutral infantry, so I know he'll work and communicate what has happened clearly. Okay, and with that, we can jump straight into the Italian turn. We'll start with the tech roll. I'm going to be rolling for long-range aircraft, which hits on an 8 or higher, and that's a 3, so that's a miss. For declaring purchases, I am spending 7 IPP, 3 of which, that should be a cavalry, not an infantry, that are being Lend-Leased, same cost. And 4 IPP are spent on 2 militia upgrades, so that leaves 3 left from this phase. Let's get into the combat movement phase. We have just 1 combat to declare. Everything in Eritrea and Italian Somaliland are attacking Abyssinia. And let's go ahead and roll that out. Nothing else needs to be declared. Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 infantry attacking at 1, a cavalry attacking at 2, and a fighter attacking at 6, and 2 militia defending at 2. Attacking gets 1 hit in total, and in defense, the 2 militia miss both. So one of these is dead. Roll for round 2. All misses. And in defense, for round 2, militia misses as well. Round 3. My aircraft are really not wanting to do anything. All misses again. And in defense, another miss. Round 4. Hit from the aircraft. And in defense, militia misses as well. So that is Abyssinia cleared completely at no Italian loss. Oh boy, I need to find a roundel for that. Alright. And with that, we move to the end of the combat movement phase, and the fighter lands in Eritrea. On to the non-combat movements. We have several to declare. First, from I-5, both Regia Marina ships are moving 1, 2 into M4, where they are joined by every surface element from M6. That's a battleship, a heavy cruiser, 2 destroyers, and a TBD. And additionally, 2 coastal submarines of the 3 that were in M6 are joining the ships in M4. Okay. We also want to move 1 submarine from M2 to A44. 1 seaplane from Rome to Sicily. 1 fighter and 1 tactical bomber, so all of the aircraft in northern Italy are flying to Sardinia. And then we'll do some ground unit shuffles. In northern Africa, 1 infantry and 1 motor infantry are flying to Tobruk, or not flying, but just walking into Tobruk. And the infantry from Tripolitania is moving over to Cyrenaica. In Italy, from Sicily, the mountain infantry is going to use the narrow crossing to go to southern Italy. And the militia from southern Italy is railing to Rome. The militia in Lazio is just walking north to Rome. And that will be all that we deal with right now. Okay, and with that we can move on to placing our purchases and collecting income. The Lend-Lease delivery is going to be passing through the Strait of Gibraltar. Which will necessarily pass this Spanish Republican, coastal submarine in M2, which is going to roll for an interdiction, and it will hit on a 2 or less. Of course it's a hit, so that cavalry is going to be dead. The destroyer is going to be placed in port in northern Italy. So, at this western major shipyard. Alright. The 2 militia upgrades are going to be placed on the militia in North Africa. 1 in Tobruk and 1 in Tripoli. And we collect 10 from our saved 3 up to 13. And one last thing before recording ends, we will go ahead and place our victory objective, which is Italian East Africa. Yeah, here it is. We have all of these 3 territories, and we get to place 2 militia, 1 airbase, and 1 minor factory, literally all of which is going to go in Eritrea. And with that, the board should be in place and ready to go for the KMT and American turn by Elite Golden. So, with that, best of luck with your next rolls.